Hello everyone, welcome to yet another tutorial. Today we are going to look at how to create a rig using Rigify in Blender. So we will go to pose mode and we'll see that the character has been rigged, where the character can move the legs, the mouth is animated, okay, so you can move the mouth, the tongue has its own control and the tongue can be moved around, the eyes are moving around. And then if you go to object mode, you can select the face and we can even add the blink to the eye. So we're going to see how to create a control rig using Rigify in Blender. So I'm going to open the character without any rig and I'm going to go to file, save as, and I'll just say save it as a different name. So we have one model. So it's important that you have a file uh, which just has the character, then you have a file which has the bones in the right place, and then you have one file where it is skinned, and then you can have another file where you have uh, the shape keys for the eyes and any other blend shapes that you have. This way uh, okay, so there is no, I'm not added any smooth shading yet, but we can do that later on. So make sure that you have your file saved properly. And then if you look at the size, it is about 6 or 7 meters big. So make sure that you don't have a character which is too big. Make sure that the object is at the center and you have one scale. We can also go to object, apply, location, so that everything is in the right place. I'll go simply move it in Z direction, the ground floor. Go to object, apply, location, and everything is in the right place. So we'll have to go to edit, preferences, and make sure that Rigify is turned on. And then if you go to add armature, we're going to look at the human meta rig. All right, so you can see that the object is not big enough. So we'll go to the object data properties, go to viewport display and make it in front. Okay, and then we are going to scale this so that we get approximate size of the mesh, correct? Okay, it still needs to be further up, something like this. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that the groin is in the right place and then we can move things around later on. So I will go to object and apply the scale, so our controls are going to be the right size. Now from here we go to the edit mode and then we turn the mirror option on and we have to move our bones in the right place. Okay, so sometimes the bones have to be selected together to make sure that they are in the right place and they are connected. So you can see that there are 3 bones meeting here, so you should select the whole thing and move. And then the center bone should not be moved sideways, they should only be moved up and down. Okay, so make sure that the character is right in the center and try to align everything properly. Now this is where the character doesn't bend at all. Okay, so you have to position the bones properly. The breast bone should be somewhere here. Then we can select all of these and move down. Okay, rotate this up. We cannot rotate it, we can only move it. Looks like this is where the elbow is going to come. These bones need to closer, so we have to place the bones in the right place, and the other ones will move properly. So if your model is proper and symmetrical, then we'll go to the side view, and the heel bone has to be at the heel, the ankle bone has to be here. All these bones should be in the right place from where they're going to bend. Okay, the knee bone will be here, the hip bones need to be in the back, these bones need to come back, our bone should be slightly behind. Okay, you can see that these are broken here, so we need to select both of these and move it. Now we can select the entire face and move it back. So we need one in the middle of the neck and one at the beginning of the head. So something like this seems like a good thing to do. Then we can select these and move it here where the nose is. Okay, this has to go back. Then we can go to 7 and make sure that it's not selecting. Shoulder goes back, the elbow is exactly in the right place. This is where the wrist will be. I'll move the wrist aside for a second and then move these bones in the right place. So I'll go to the front view and move the bones in the right place. This is the thumb. This will go up. This will go here and this will go up. So just making them straight so that when you go back to the top view, now you know that the ankle has to be, see here, we need to select both of these, move it slightly back, move this here, this here. So just position your bones in the right place. And the better job you do now, the easier it will be later on for the vertex painting. Okay, so take your time and make sure that things are done properly at this stage. Don't rush this step so that you'll have less headache later on. Okay, and one thing you can do is, for example, I'll go back, select this, and I'll shift S, select cursor to selection, so we'll bring the cursor there, then go back to edit mode, select the bones, edit mode, and these bones will go to selection to cursor. Okay, so that is where it is exactly where it should be. And then what you can do is you can select tab, select this tab, select this, shift select this, and again shift S, cursor to selected, so the cursor is in the middle here. Again go tab, tab, select this, shift S and selection to cursor. Okay, so the bones go in the exactly in the middle. So you don't have to do this to all, but you can do it to a few, so you know their relative position, and based on that you can move the rest. Okay, so if you look at the front view, then this bone should be in straight line. So this looks like this slightly up. Okay, so this bone has to be up. It looks like it is up, so it can come down. Okay, so these bones will be relatively in the same place, more or less. So those are the fingers, and then this bone here. Okay, so we have placed all our spine bones and the breast bones and the hip bones in the right place. And then in the next class, we will work with the face bone. Okay, thank you very much.